and welcome to Makeup Obsessed Mondays. So today we're talking brows, and we brought you a brow video before, but it was using a pencil. And I mentioned a little bit ago that I use a pomade, and some of you asked, how do you use a pomade? So today I'm gonna show you how I use a pomade to do my brows. So if you want to see how I did this, just keep watching. All right, so I am going in with the Anastasia one. I love this. It's creamy, but it stays in place. So a pomade is almost like an eyeliner, the gel eyeliner. So I'm gonna start with the angled part of my brush, and I'm just gonna dip it in and get just a little bit. You do not need a lot of this. I'm actually wiping the excess off on the side right here. I don't need a lot. And what I'm gonna do is start with my spoolie and brush my hair up. Like completely up. I want my brows standing straight up. We're not gonna leave them like this. It's just for the moment. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to very lightly make a line on the underside of my brows. And as you can see, I've not brought the line all the way in, because if I do that, it gives me angry eyes, and I don't want angry eyes. So as I will brush it in, I will kind of brush it this way and fill it in. But if I bring the line all the way in, it's just too harsh. So the next step, I'm actually gonna brush my hairs down. I'm not doing anything with the line down there yet, not picking up any more product. I am just going to do a line, a very, very light line on the top part of my brows. So it's almost like coloring. I've outlined my brows at this point, and again, I didn't bring the line all the way in. Now I'm gonna pick up a little bit more product and wipe it off. And you are going to make little tiny hair motions with the brush. So I'm not gonna go in and just color it in. I'm just gonna kinda make short little motions within the two lines to mimic my hair. And as I do this, it's filling in my brows. The closer I get to the inside of my brow, the more straight up they're gonna go. As you notice on the outer ones, I was kind of doing them at an angle. As I get closer in, my lines are gonna go more straight up. This is where I really start to lighten my hand. So I've not been pressing hard, but I'm pressing harder out here than I will as I go further in, because I don't want it as harsh close to my nose. I want it darker as it goes out, and the harder you press, the darker it's gonna be. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my spoolie and not pressing very hard, just enough to move the hair. I'm gonna move these ones up. And what that's doing is it's blending in the bottom line that we did. And then as I go throughout my brow, I'm pulling it more in an arc. And then I'll fill in any areas that I think need just a little bit more. And then because I'm using a magnified mirror, it's really hard to get a full picture when you can only see this much. So make sure you take a moment to push your mirror back and really look at the shape of the brow on your whole face. So for me, I can see I need to fix this area right here and fix my tail, which is this part of my brow right here, and fill in a little bit right here. Sometimes with makeup, it's best to take in close up and then out to the big picture, because you're gonna see little things that look fine close up that when you get further back, you're like, oh no, I don't like that. So now I am going to clean up the upper edge just a little bit. To do that, I'm going to use my NYX concealer. And what I'm gonna do is put just a little bit on the back of my hand like that. I don't need a lot. And I'm going to take a teeny tiny little synthetic brush, and I'm gonna dip it in And as I dip it in, I'm just gonna kind of pull back like this. I don't want a lot of product on it because my upper line got a little bit wobbly. I know you probably can't see it, but I can. So I'm gonna go in and just very carefully clean up that edge. And all that's gonna do is just make my brows look that much more shaped. If you didn't mess up, you can skip this step. But I usually have to go in and clean up the top, and then sometimes clean up the bottom. Usually if I do, it's on my arc. So I'm gonna go in and do my other eye, and then I'll be back. So both of my brows are done, and it's one of those I could obsess for hours over fixing this or fixing this. Remember, your brows are sisters, they're not twins. There are days I'm pretty sure mine are just cousins. So moving on, I am going to set my brows because I have crazy brow hairs and I want to make sure they lay perfectly and they're not like sticking up all over the place. And to do that, I'm going to use a clear brow gel. This one is by Anastasia of Beverly Hills. But you can use clear mascara, you can use, there's one by Benefit, there's a ton of them out there. And all it is basically a clear mascara. It looks like a mascara. And I'm just going to very gently brush it through my brows. This one's clear, you can get tinted ones. Maybelline actually has a tinted one that's really good. The only reason I'm not using it right now is because it leans a little bit warmer than what I have going on. So I'm just brushing it through. And it's basically hairspraying my brow hairs in place. There you have it. Now you know how to do your brows with a pencil or with a pomade. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, remember, be beautiful because you are the only you. Bye.